What's up, everyone? It's Tim from TimPlaysAGame here with LAYTON'S Mystery Journey, Katrielle, and I gotta look at the title again. Katrielle and the Millionaires Conspiracy. Every video, I gotta look at the title. Long title for a video game. So let's see. Last time we left off, we're at this point in the game where we can basically choose our missions. We've solved 4 cases already. We got 5, 6, 7, and 8. So basically, we can take these on at our leisure. I'm trying to remember which one was interesting enough. Actually, number 5 is pretty interesting. Well, that's very old. We're in the we're in the right area, aren't we? This is where Miss White. I think that's how it's pronounced. Miss White says she lived, isn't it? Yes, according to the map, her house should be around here somewhere, but I don't see a mansion fitting the description nearby. Liza White is one of the 7 dragons, isn't she? That's right. So, she's sure to have a very luxurious home. Now, where could it be? Remind me again, why she asked us out here in the middle of the night? She simply told us that she had a mystery she needs help unraveling. She specifically asked us to come at night, but she wouldn't elaborate any further. Perhaps she's very busy that day. What is it, Cat? That suspicious-looking person over there. Do you see her? Oh, great. Isn't that Emiliana, the freaking profiler? So it is. Well, I wonder what she's doing out here at this time of the evening. Let's go and say hello. Would be rude to ignore her. If she's ever been, like anyone's ever accused her of being polite. Good evening, Emiliana. Go! Go where? Oh, it's you. You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. Sudden shocks to the system are very bad for the skin, you know. Sorry, we weren't trying to surprise you. So, what are you doing in this district at this time of night? Work, of course. I was asked to pay a visit to a rather prestigious lady's residence. You were? Well, that's why we're here. You're here on business too. Yes, we're just on our way to Liza White's home. You know, you've heard of her, I presume. She's one of the 7 dragons. That's where I'm going too. This is very strange. She told me she has a mystery she needs help to solve. That's right. Well, I wonder what this mystery is. It's mysterious already. The mystery of the mysterious mystery. What exactly are we supposed to be doing? Clearly, it's something very troubling. After all, she asked for the best analyst at Scotland Yard, and apparently a schoolgirl detective as well. I'm a real detective, Miliana. Well, anyway, you might actually be able to be of some use. I can't find her residence. Can you help? Yeah, let's insult her and then ask her for help. That'll get her going. We're in the same boat, it seems. We were just looking for it, too. It should be just here, according to the map. Well, in that case, we'll just have to ask a passerby. Because this game was apparently made before GPS navigation. I don't know. Excuse me, I wonder if you could help us. What's the matter, dear? I'll gladly help if I can, of course. Could you tell us where to find Miss Liza White's residence? Well, the White House, you say. Brr. Is she having a stroke? Oh dear, you see, well, the White House. The White House is, well, people tell awful tales about that place. Yeah, the White House has had a lot of horrible tales as of late. You wouldn't believe the things I've heard coming out of that horrible house. What kind of tales? Oh no, I really shouldn't be gossiping, should I? If you want to know the way, all you need to do is follow the street over there. When you reach the spot where the streetlights run out, you've arrived. It's very dark, so mind you don't fall over. Yeah, very dark around the White House. Thank you very much, I'll be careful. Oh, that's my pleasure. I must say, though, venturing to the White House, you're very brave. Excuse me a minute. Oh, God. Have I watched Black Clover? I have not. I should probably watch that. Sorry, all these White House puns are getting to me now. Considering this game was made, like, what, 4 years? I think, no, it was made, like, I think 2 years before Trump took office. Aren't you concerned by what that old woman just said? Concerned? What do you mean? She said people tell awful tales about Mrs. White's house. Well, we don't know if the tales are true, do we? Unless we go and find out for ourselves, of course. So let's hurry up, Emiliana. Don't leave me behind, wait. Do I know what it's about? I'm trying to remember. God, like every vague title anime. First of all, the title of the anime I have a feeling has nothing to do with the color black or the clover plant. So I think it's. I really don't. I'm assuming it's fighting. They're fighting over something. I know it has something to do with swords. I think. Okay. Here we are at the White House. The White family house where Eliza now lives alone with only her butler. A creepy house with one light on at the top. This must be the place, I presume. Are you sure? I mean, you haven't made a mistake. It looks, well and truly like a magnificent haunted house. Eek! Actually, it does look like a pretty cool haunted house. Alright, so this is Case 5, Ghost Bust. Oh god. Ghost Busted. Who are you gonna call? Katrielle, you didn't have to actually say it. Are you perhaps scared of ghosts, Emiliana? Well, yes, I am. Does that make me a bad person? No, it makes you a moron. Not at all, it's just interesting to see a different side of you, that's all. You're usually so cool and collected. Fear is a vital survival instinct, you know. Someone like you who doesn't understand fear wouldn't last 5 minutes in the wild. Well, luckily for me, I'm not planning on any trips to Outer Mongolia. What are you two yapping about? Please, ladies, let's not fight. Shall we go in now and we found the place? Oh yes, of course, the mystery. Keep your mind on the job, Cat. Miss White, hello, it's Katrielle Layton from the Layton Detective Agency. Layton Detective Agency, got it, okay. No answer. Perhaps she's gone out. Surely it's simply that the house is so large she can't hear from wherever she is inside. Allura, how about knocking on the door? I forget she has like an Italian dialect. I don't think I can pull that off, but I'll try. Hello, Miss White. Okay, yeah, we gotta go around back. The lost party of youths in the woods who stumble across a terrifying haunted house in the middle of the night and foolishly venture inside. Yes, it's a textbook. What I can never understand about films like that is why they go inside in the first place. It makes no sense. Well, you could wait out here on your own if you like. Laura, let's go in. What a scaredy cat. Don't worry, there are lights on inside, look. But yes, well, I'm here on police business after all. I must be a professional. Alright, we're gonna go inside already? Jeez. Thank you. Spent like the last 10 minutes just trying to get to the place where we're supposed to be. Hello, is anybody home? No, there's nobody here. We'll have to go. But there are lights on, and the place doesn't feel empty. So if nobody is home, perhaps this really is a haunted house. Katrielle, stop it. I'm only pulling your leg. Careful, cat, or she'll run off screaming down the street like a little girl. I find it hard to believe that there's nobody at home. Mrs. White asked both of us to come at this time. Wait. What? What was it? I thought I heard something. What? What did you hear? What was it? Was it a ghost? Jinkies. It's a world full of magic. Okay, so let's see. Black Clover. World full of magic. One kid was born without his dreams of Wizard King. Seems impossible, but until he gets the 5-leaf clover, Grimoire, and he gets the power of anti-magic. Oh, you can't have magic. Have some anti-magic. That'll shut him up. Oh, this is creepy. Wooster. Good evening and welcome. Aha! How unexpected visitors. It's a yeah, we did that already. Oh God, this guy. What is with his eyes? They're just like completely, they're like so far sunken into his skull. It's most unforgivable of me not to have noticed your arrival and greeted you in proper fashion. I apologize. Welcome to the White residence. I am White's butler, Wooster. Wooster? Did he say butler, a scary old man? I didn't catch it. Hello, Mr. Wooster. I'm Katrielle Layton, and this is... yes, I'm Emiliana Perfetti, Scotland Yard. Hello. Miss White asked us to come here because she has a mystery she wants help solving. Very good, ma'am. I'm sure Miss White would like to give you the details personally. Miss White is the head of the household, I believe. Indeed, ma'am. Mr. and Lady White wait, shouldn't it be Master and Lady White? Master and Lady White regrettably passed away in an unfortunate accident. Miss White was their only child. The young Miss White is disinclined to venture outside of the residence. She is of a solitary disposition. Really? What does she do to entertain herself all alone in this large house, I wonder? Since infancy, Miss White has been most adept at crafts and handiwork, ma'am. She maintains a full schedule of such activities. I see, and could you tell us where we might find Miss White now, please, Wooster? Of course, ma'am. Kindly proceed directly up the staircase. Miss White is expecting you. Yeah, I'm never gonna get over the freaking eyes of that. Oh my God! Those eyes are nightmarish. Like, I don't need this right before I go to bed. He's a robot. I wouldn't put... I mean, that would be less creepy than what... I mean, I can't imagine him being human and surviving long. Oh, you've come. At last. A normal room with a normal person in it. That would appear to be Miss White. Let's find out what this is all about. Or we could just look around her room at stuff. Oh, what's this? Hidden puzzle. Miss Layton, look, there's a puzzle hiding here. Well, well, a stumper, not a spook. Then in the spirit of puzzle solving, I'll unstump it without delay. Why am I in a woman's bedroom? I'm still trying to figure that out. We spent the first 10 minutes trying to find the house. Now we're trying to figure out what the mystery's about. The mystery of the mysterious mystery. What exactly are we doing here? That's the question we're all trying to figure out. Okay, first this puzzle. Ghosts and Gifts 2. Little boy is desperate to win a toy at the fairground, so he's trying his hand at a game involving ghosts and gifts. You have to line up all the gifts horizontally, vertically, or diagonally to win. But if you accidentally make a line of ghosts while you're shuffling things around, you'll lose. You want to move the ghosts and the gifts up, down, left, or right. Okay. To win a toy, so you have to line up all the ghosts, all the gifts horizontally, vertically. Okay. So I gotta move things around, so it's kind of like a slide puzzle. Trying to figure out what the easiest way to win this would be. If you accidentally line up a line of ghosts, you're shuffling things around, you'll lose. Okay. So I can't make that move right there. This down, this over here. Nice that they give me 2 spaces to work with. There we go.
This should do it, I think. Puzzles are made for solving.
Darkhead, how you doing, mate? Alright, so that's done. Haha, there, it's disappeared in a puff of smoke, now that I've solved it. I say, puzzles are rather like ghosts in a way, aren't they? It's almost as if you have to solve them and to let them rest in peace. Okay, that's a very weird analogy, but alright, I'll let it go. Hello, Miss White. I'm Katrielle Layton from the Layton Detective Agency. Hello, Katrielle. Thank you for coming. I presume that's a weird way to structure a sentence. So you, I presume, are from Scotland Yard? Yes, I am Emiliana Perfetti. If we could get straight down to business, please. Do you have some problem here at your home, Miss White? Oh, please call me Liza. Yes, I've consulted so many people already, but no one seems able to solve my problem. Then the other day, Madame Dublé mentioned a lovely young detective woman she knew. I see. So she recommended me. How kind of her. Yes, and I also heard that there was an extremely competent analyst at Scotland Yard. So, well, I thought perhaps one of you might be able to help. So I've decided to invite you both here to explain. Well, we'll certainly do our best, I'm sure. Could you tell us what the problem is then, Liza? Oh yes, of course, but if you don't mind, I'd rather like you to solve this puzzle first. Always with a puzzle. I don't want to waste your time, you see. If you can't manage this, I'm sure the ghost will prove too much for you. Yeah, ghosts. Jinkies. Alright, so number 56, Fibbing Phantoms. Oh god, here we go. Some cheeky ghosts want to play with you. Great. It's a game where you have to listen to what they all say and then figure out who is lying. It seems there will be a maximum of 2 of them who are not telling the truth. Select the ghost faces and hear what they have to say, and work out which of them is lying and which isn't. Okay. Okay. There are no liars among us, okay? So there's a maximum of 2, so that means none of them could be lying. Figure out who is lying. I am the only one who's lying, so that would make his A statement incorrect. Well, then again, wait, that's a weird statement. If he's lying, if he's telling the truth, he can't be telling the truth. And if he's lying, then all 3 of them are lying. So he's... Unless, of course... Nah. Oh, great. Let's go. I'll ignore that one for now. There are 2 liars among us. And then not everyone is lying, you know. I know, right? Okay. This is the one that stumps me. I'm the only one who's lying. There are no liars among us, so if he's the only one who's lying... That's gonna make it weird. If he's the only one who's lying, then then his statement would be false, and all 3 of them would be lying. That's if he's telling the truth. If he's lying, then he's actually... God. It says maximum of 2. Select the ghost faces and figure out... Okay, so we gotta figure out who is lying. Yeah, so maximum of 2. Oh, I'm the only one who's lying, so... Which means there might be another one who's lying as well. There are 2 liars among us, that's truthful. Not everyone is lying, you know, right, so that one's true. There are no liars among us, so A and B are the 2 wrong ones.
This should do it, I think.
Yep, okay.
Any mystery or
that's what had me thrown off, it says not... Got it. Red gemstones, they were my... Solve 32 puzzles, awesome. Well, Liza, do we pass muster? I've solved your little puzzle. Wonderful. Yes, I feel sure I'm talking to the right people now. You see, it's about the worrying, well, blood-curdling, really, events that have been taking place here. Blood-curdling. I don't know if you'll believe me when I tell you this, but we have ghosts. I knew it. Yes, and not just a few either. The whole house is crawling with them. That's amazing. So this really is a genuine haunted house. What are you so excited about, Katrielle? I'm afraid I have no idea why the ghosts have chosen to visit. Perhaps their departed souls with a grudge against my family, or perhaps the house is built on some significant site, or some other reason entirely. I just don't know. But whatever the reason, the ghosts are here, and their malice is directed at me. Do you mean the ghosts are scaring you? They're intimidating you? And this happens on a daily basis? That's right, various supernatural phenomena have been taking place here. I'm so scared, I don't know what to do. Move out! I've consulted so many people already. I mean, I'm assuming she's pretty wealthy if she can go afford to live anywhere else. I had construction workers and surveyors here trying to determine if what is happening is really the work of ghosts. I've asked the police to investigate in case it's criminal activity that's behind it. When none of those avenues bore fruit, I had a famous spiritual medium and a shaman here trying to help, but no one has been able to stop these mysterious happenings at all. I see, so you've really been at your wit's end, but then you heard about us. I really don't think it's a profiler that you need, Miss White. I'm not at all sure what we can be of any assistance against ghosts. Of course we can. Any mystery solved. That's the Layton Detective Agency motto. How can you possibly claim that? So, does that mean you'll take the case, Miss Layton? And you, Miss Buffetti? Just a moment, I really don't... Of course we will. Whatever's going on here, be it ghosts or guinea pigs, we'll get to the truth of it. We'll get to the truth of it. It was only guinea pigs one time. Just because it was guinea pigs one time doesn't mean it's going to be guinea pigs all the time. Thank you so much. Oh, that's such a relief. Wait, what? Yeah, we're doing this. Profiling ghosts. This really isn't my job description, Katrielle. But Liza is clearly extremely worried. We must do our best for her, don't you think? Oh, I say, you are so generous of heart, miss. I do agree. It's our duty to help people who are in trouble. No self-respecting English gentlewoman could turn their back on a person in need. Well, I have Italian blood. Va bien. I don't like to be manipulated like this, but as you say, we have a duty of care to the community. So, shall we start by investigating the house? No, I think we should start by questioning all the relevant parties. We need more information about what exactly is happening here. I certainly don't disagree. Laura, I will accompany you. Oh, really? But in the Savoy Theatre case, you were determined to operate independently. There may be vital evidence or hints that you overlook without me there to point them out. Sure, it's got nothing to do with you not wanting to be alone in here, has it, scaredy cat? Your dog has a very disconcerting bark, Katrielle. Come along then, let's get started. I think it's clear that who the best source of information about the goings-on in this house will be. I don't think she has any more. Okay, yeah. Rika, how you doing? Rika Monka, what's up? Ooh! Yeah, just clicking around, you can find stuff. Gosh, ghosts. It's rather scary, isn't it? Gosh, ghosts. It's scary you would believe in that rubbish, Ernest. You mean you don't, show? Of course not. It's all just be some big misunderstanding. Except for the butler that fades in and out. May I... Ah! Ooh! It would appear I startled you, sir. My apologies. Yeah, and you should apologize to Ernest, too. That poor pup nearly jumped out of his skin. What an exceptional canine you keep, ma'am. One discerns an almost intelligent tone to her bark. Thank you, Worcester. In fact, we were hoping to speak to you about what's been happening here in the house. Mary is very angry at the moment. Indeed, ma'am. It is to be understood that you have accepted Miss White's request, then. Very good. I shall endeavor to answer any questions you care to ask. Liza tells us that you've been experiencing a lot of ghost visitations recently. Is that right? That is correct, ma'am. Phenomena of the supernatural are to be observed here with some regularity. Since the late Miss White passed away, that is. It's my understanding that the rather unfortunate moniker of the 6 White House Horrors has been adopted by local residents. That is unfortunate. The 6 White House Hauntings has a more mysterious ring to it, don't you think? Great idea, Cat. Mock the terrifying butler. Tell me, Wooster, have you witnessed any of these strange happenings yourself? Indeed, sir. I have seen the ghost of which Miss White speaks, a most spine-chilling experience. It was the first of 6 occurrences, an incident that has come to be referred to as the ghosts in the garden. Tell us more. Very good, ma'am. One evening I was performing my usual duties patrolling the grounds that surrounded the property. As I was walking through the garden, I heard a peculiar noise, somewhat like a muffled voice. Compelled to investigate, I approached the source of the sound. To my surprise, I observed a great number of ghostly forms in one corner of the garden, jostling and writhing together. I say... Discombobulated, I nevertheless had the presence of mind to retire before the apparitions became aware of my presence. Regrettably, however, I stumbled upon a small shrub and was bound to exclaim. Unsurprisingly, the ghosts heard my outcry. They turned to face me, and with great malice in their eyes, made an utterance thusly. Ooh! Gah! Aroo! That is the tale of the ghost in the garden. You certainly tell it very vividly, Wooster. And you say there are 6 such tales? Indeed, sir. That is that which I have just relayed to you, and 5 others of equally disturbing nature, I'm told. I trust you will uncover them all. What is this, like freaking horror books? Like a series of books here? We most certainly will. Don't you worry. So let's see, apparently here today Harry picked up an iPad normally with no pressure on it at all, and the iPad just decides to make a big crack in the one corner and across the screen. I don't know why it had a screen protector on, but okay. That didn't crack. Oh, wow. Yeah, they could do an Aussie region for the next Pokemon game. That would be pretty cool. That is weird, so yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about your iPad, Harry, but definitely look into what the warranty on those things on that one is. I know they're all different, but a lot of them will cover them up to about a year, or either 6 months to a year. So look into what the warranty on that is. A lot of the more popular. You say if you said it's an iPad, look into Macintosh's policy. And yeah, this game does have over 500 puzzles, and you can actually download more. That butler is too creepy for words. Could you hear what he was saying, Miliana? You were standing a long way back. Of course I could. Now tell me, how exactly are you planning on getting details out of the other 5 tales? By asking people. Let's see if there are any locals nearby who can give us some information. It sounds like this wonderful haunted house is something of a local attention. Alora, we can leave. I agree it would be a good idea to find some witnesses who don't actually live here if we can. Alright then, let's go back out to the street and see who's around. What's this? Fuck. Afraid if I start clicking around, ooh, I gotta click these dolls. Come on. What do they do? Creepy button-eyed dolls. And for a place that has like well lit, they have a lot of candles. This house still gives me the creeps. It's funny. I would never have said you were the type to believe in ghosts, Miliana. A good profile must always interpret data with an open mind. Allowing your personal beliefs that ghosts cannot possibly exist to cloud your judgment is an elementary and fatal mistake. Oh, I thought you was just scared. What did you say? Yikes, I mean, sorry, nothing. So, shall we find some people to question? Oh, here, there's a person standing right out front of the house. Let's question him. Oh, hello, miss. Let's see. Oh, yes, Miss Layton and Emiliana. Good evening. What are you doing here, DC Booker? According to my notes, the owner of this house, yes, here it is, a Miss White has asked Scotland Yard for help. She's been the target of some rather grisly supernatural going-ons and wonders if, yes, she wonders if it could be the work of pranksters we're, investigating. Liza did tell us that she's enlisted the help of the police already, didn't she? So, Detective Constable, how is that investigation going? The details are all somewhere. Inspector Hastings was on the case, but he was called away unexpectedly. Really, I wonder what for. He asked me to, let me see, oh yes, to take over the investigation, so I'm, taking over the investigation. Have you learnt anything useful at all? My notes do say that, yes, here. No, we haven't discovered anything that could explain the happenings. However, well, I did spot a rather suspicious-looking shadow at the window the evening before, and it's your job to look out for suspicious-looking things, you know, Constable. Ah, yes, miss, I'm sure I noted down on my observations here somewhere. Here we are. I was investigating the grounds of the house by myself late one night. Something made me look up for some reason, and I saw a shady-looking shadow at one of the mansion's windows. Yeah, it's called a person. People cast shadows. They live inside. All shadows are shady, Constable. But surely it was just somebody standing at the window, wasn't it? Oh yes, it was much bigger than a person, though. And then it just disappeared, like that. Well, that certainly sounds like It's not supernatural that someone moved away from the light. After asking some local residents, I've discovered it's been seen before. People around here call it the wraith in the window. I'm afraid that's, let me just check. Yes, that's all I know. Oh, great help. The wraith in the window. Presumably that counts as another one of the 6 mysterious happenings. Yes, I think so too, Ernest. Well then, that's one more off the list. Okay, so... Can we question someone who actually... Yeah, here we go. Let me ask around here if anybody knows anything about the 6 White House horrors. Oh god, shall we? It seems they're quite famous in the immediate neighborhood, at least. Perhaps, but I doubt we'll find many people on the streets at this time of night. Let's ask this woman. She's like a wealth of information. Dear me, there you are. I've been ever so worried about you, you know. I presume you know about all the strange occurrences at the White residence. Oh yes, I do. I make it my business to, of course. I didn't want to say anything before because I didn't want to scare you. But people say that house is haunted, and it's been cursed these past years. That makes it sound like it's a relatively recent thing. Well, all the rumors started after old Mr. White passed away, you see. I heard from a friend, first of all, and she heard it from one of her friends, and that friend told another friend. A friend of a friend. Hardly the most convincing sort of sources, but continue. Well, she was invited by Miss White, apparently. Very late at night it was. All this keeps happening at night. She was shown in you never see a ghost at noon. I don't know. That would be more convincing. Just seeing a ghost in broad daylight, ordering a sandwich. I don't know. It'd be like, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, you don't understand. I died for one of these sandwiches. They're really good sandwiches. They're worth dying for. They're to die for. There, that's what I meant. She was shown into the living room and was just waiting for Miss White when a puppet that was on display in there started moving all on its own. No one was touching it or holding it or anything. It just moved. And then, just when she thought it was over, the cursed thing's eyes shot open and it started to cackle. Cackle, would you believe? Oh no. Oh, I don't even like thinking about it. I'm sure you don't. Well, my friend's friend was obviously quite beside herself. She didn't bother making her excuses, she just fled. Fled right out of the house, she did. Ooh, it was a chilling tale, isn't it? It's one of those so-called 6 White House horrors. You know, the possessed puppet, people call it. Oh, God. You've been very helpful, thank you. Terrifying, but helpful. Oh, well, I don't like to gossip, but if it helps, do take care if you're visiting the place again, won't you? I shudder to think what you might find in there. Yeah, the other 5 horrors, apparently. So, the possessed puppet. That's one tale under our belts. They seem to be something of an urban legend around here. Let's keep going and see if we can find out where the others are. Okay, so we got the cursed puppet, we got the garden ghost, and then we got the shadow in the window. There aren't many people out about this hour to ask, are there? No, it's rather different from where we came this area before during the day. There were lots of people around here then, weren't there? Ah, yes. Then we were visiting Madame Dublay's residence, isn't it? That's not far from here, if I'm not mistaken. That's right, miss. I wonder how Rex is getting along. Rex? Who's Rex? Oh, I'm sorry, Miliana. Rex is Madame Dublay's pet iguana. 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 What a strange pet to have. Actually, Liza said it was Madame Dublé who recommended me to her. Don't see? I don't know. I think that calls for a visit. We must go and thank her at once. This is hardly the time for making social calls, Katrielle. Alright then, let's make it a business call then. We'll ask some questions while we're there. She may well know something about the 6 White House horrors, may she? I suppose that makes some sense. Good, it's a plan then. Let's pay her a visit at once. God, we're going back to the iguana woman. Or they call it iguana. They, like, really pronounce the I and the G. This is Madame Dublay's house. What an impressive villa. Shall we go in, then? Not yet. Let's ask some questions of people on the street first. Good idea. Somebody might be able to tell us something useful about the White residence. Let's talk to the dog. I'm sure the dog knows something. Ah, I say, isn't that Shill's pal over there? The yappy dog we met on the hunt for Rex. You're right, Pinstripes. Looks like this is his territory, too. Well, in that case, he's bound to know Liza's house. Go and ask him, Shill. See if he's heard of the 6 White House horrors. Go on, boy. Go on. Alright, stop hounding me. I'll go and bark hello and slip that into conversation when I can. Hi there, Hound. Didn't expect to see you around here. Oh, it's you, Hound. Still got your muscle to the grindstone with that old sleuthing work, eh? Oh, it's not so bad. Anyway, I was just wondering, do you know the White House? That's near here. You mean that really gloomy-looking place? I know it well. Ever seen anything weird there? Like maybe a ghost? Wow, what have they got you investigating now? I feel for you, Hound. I feel for you. So, ghosts, eh? Well... Have you ever heard of the tale of the sealed cellar? No, that's a new one. What's that story? They say the old house has a cellar, and sometimes ghosts show up there. Is that kind of lowdown you were looking for, Hound? Yeah, thanks. I owe you a treat. So, according to my sources on the street, apparently there's a tale about the cellar in the White residence. The sealed cellar is called it. A sealed cellar? That sounds like another one of the 6 tales. It's a cellar that's sealed, that's it. A cellar with ghosts? I don't like the sound of that. How do you just kind of presume there were ghosts there? I don't know. There must be something dangerous hidden down there. Yeah, my top-notch... my voice acting is top-notch. I gotta kind of change it up with every character. Excuse me, what are you trying to keep from me? I can hear you all muttering, you know. We've just learned about another one of the 6 White House horrors, the sealed cellar, apparently. Where did you hear that? Who told you? I'm afraid I can't divulge that information. It was the dog. Miliana is This dog told me! He told me everything! He's a good boy. It's a sort of trade secret, you see. Va bien. Obviously, you private detectives have sources we legitimate lawkeepers wouldn't consider using. When you're as famous as detective as I am, you find some unique leads, not dog leads. I mean proper investigative leads. Dog leads? What are you talking about, Katrielle? Never mind. Let's just go try to find out about the rest of these White House horrors, shall we? We'll get a puzzle. The night is ripe for puzzle solving. Am I right? If the puzzle is interesting enough, I'd be happy to solve it at any time. Yes, I'm sure you would. You obviously have puzzles under your skin already. Well, it's your lucky night. Yeah, we'll solve another puzzle. Alright, so let's see. Level up. A group of monsters have appeared. Defeat all the monsters and level up. Wait, what game are we playing again? Up all 3 of the heroes to level 5. They each need to be a different number of experience points to level up. Blue on the left needs 5, yellow in the middle needs 10, and red on the right needs 15. Press and hold A to select a hero. Move. Okay, I know how Fire Emblem works. Okay, blue needs 5. Okay, so let's see. It needs 5 to level up. So blue needs 15. So let's see. It needs to go from 5. So 5 times 5. Blue needs 25. Yellow needs 50, and red needs 75. Okay. So yeah, 25, 50, and 75. Okay. I should probably add these up before I go doing too much. So 15 here. I'm gonna try like find nearest 5s and 10s. 10 here. 10 here. And then wait, 15 here. 15 here. And there's 10 here. 25 here. Okay, so he needs 25, so I can just have him take that out. That's 25. No, he needs 20. That's the thing. Okay, that's where I got messed up. All 3 of the heroes level 5, so I only need to level them up 4 times. Okay, now it makes a little more sense. I can take them out easily. There's that one down. So I need 10 more. This isn't too hard, it's just counting. I mean, they could have made it much harder, like, give them, like, a limit or something, I don't know.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
Like you have to defeat them in a certain order, taking out the weaker ones first. Yeah, they could have made that puzzle look much more complicated, but eh. I mean, we're still pretty I think we're like midway through the game, so they have to be, I guess, pretty simple. Well, was it all satisfying as it promised to be? Of course, I always enjoy a good puzzle. This isn't Final Fantasy, I know, right? I just made that joke. Was this Fire Emblem? And I'll have more puzzles for you when the time is right. Okay, well, let's talk to Raggedy Ann. Maybe she knows something. Oh, hello, miss. Good evening. Is Madame Dublé at home? Of course, miss. Madame and Rex are both here. They'll be delighted to see you, I'm sure. Just before that, we were trying to find out about the 6 White House horrors. Do you perhaps know anything about them? Oh, yes, only 2. Well, there's a story people call the Morbid Mirror from the White's place, you know. Morbid Mirror? That's right, miss. They say that in a cellar beneath the property, there's an old mirror, and when you look into it, you see an ugly, twisted face. Just to be clear, we're not talking about someone who has an ugly, twisted face looking in the mirror, are we? Wow. Okay, well, you just called me ugly, so go screw yourself. Oh no, miss, it's not your own reflection, you see, it's someone else's. Obviously, it's just a story. I don't know if there's any truth in it. Anyway, I'm sure Madame wouldn't like me to keep you. Sorry, of course. We'd like to ask Madame Dublé some questions, too. Thank you. Yeah, talk to anyone else right now, please. Preferably someone who doesn't see an ugly, twisted face every time they look in the mirror. Wow. Oh, look, miss, all that cat paraphernalia has been replaced with iguana trinkets and ornaments. Madam wasn't exaggerating in her letter, was she? Where did she even get this much iguana stuff? I suppose a lady of Madame Dublay's standing in wealth can lay her hands on whatever she likes. Well, let's not allow this iguana-topia to distract us from our mission, to ask Madam about the White House horrors. Good evening, Madam. I'm sorry to drop in on you unannounced like this. Katrielle, darling, oh, I'm delighted to see you. And so is Rexy Wexy, of course. Just look at him. they gave the iguana dialogue. Is that a delighted iguana, Emiliana? I'm a profiler and analyst of human behavior, Katrielle. Iguanas are not my thing. Dang it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not an iguana tamer, not an iguana whisperer. Oh, I believe we've met before, haven't we? Yes, it was at the Savaloy, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. Yes, and thank you again for your cooperation in the case. Not at all. Now tell me, what brings you here today? Another case? Actually, we're investigating the so-called 6 White House horrors for Liza White. Oh, yes, of course. It was I who gave Liza your details, you know. And do you know anything about the strange happenings at the White residence, madam? Oh, one hears tales, yes. I remember one in particular. The Searching Soul, it's called. Souls now. Yes, the story tells the most petrifying spirit that wanders the corridors of that stately old house. Night after night, it stalks its prey, striking terror into the hearts of any visitors unfortunate enough to encounter it. Well, that Searching Soul is certainly a blood-curdling tale, madam. Poor Liza, she was always a rather quiet young girl, but ever since her mother and father passed away, she has seemed rather in the doldrums. I do hope you help her. I'm quite sure if anyone can solve the mystery, it's you, darling. Thank you for your confidence in my abilities, madam. Alright, so that's all 6, I believe? Yep. I know all about animals. I know some things about animals. Is it the ghost of Rabbit's rage? Oh boy. Yes, that's no, Rabbit. It can't be the ghost of your rage because your rage never dies. Your rage. There's no force in this world strong enough to kill your rage. Your rage is infinite. Yes, the ghost in the garden, the wraith at the window, the possessed puppet, the sealed cellar, the morbid mirror, and the searching soul. Now, let's return to the house and determine whether there's any truth to these suspiciously odd, alliterative tales. Let's talk to the iguana. Maybe he knows something. It was the iguana the whole time. I knew it. Case closed. Good evening again, ladies. Is one to understand that you are now appraised of the details of the 6 White House horrors? I mean, you could have just told me all of them if you knew of them. Yes, we found out about all 6. Now we'd like to actually start investigating. We would need access to the house to do that, of course. Will that be all right? Leave no stone unturned, ma'am. Leave no stone unturned. It is Miss White's sincerest hope that you are able to explain these happenings. It's Mr. Rhyme. Va bien, va bene. Is it va bien? No, it's va bene. Va bene, let's tackle these tales one by one and see if we can explain what's been going on. You seem suddenly more upbeat, Emiliana. I think it's highly likely that these ghosts are nothing more than people's eyes playing tricks on them. I'm sure that once we investigate these supernatural phenomena, will turn out to be simple illusions. Then, on the other hand, we might prove that they're real. Damn. He just loves scaring her. Miss Layton, I think it's time you stopped teasing Miss Perfetti. And we started our investigation, don't you? Yes, you're right. Let's begin with the first tale we heard, shall we? The ghost in the garden. Rooster said he saw a number of ghosts in the grounds of the house, didn't he? I wonder where in the garden they would have been. Just go to the garden and look for the guys. I think he said the corner of the garden. Or we can just talk to this guy. Maybe he knows. According to my notes, Inspector Hastings... Okay. No, he's not. Okay. No help. Hello. It's a ghost balloon. Did you see that? That eerie light floating up into the sky? Yes, perhaps it was one of the ghosts. Let's go play with it. I see you found evidence. What? It's not Waster, Emiliana, it's Wooster. You've appeared out of nowhere, so I thought... Despicable of me to have startled you in that way, ma'am. I beg your pardon. I was exactly like this. The ghost gathering by night. Oh, we got a puzzle. Alright, Rabbit's taking off. Have a good night, Rabbit. Vor Plays kind of makes a good point. The American healthcare system, $450 plus $100 equals $2,000. Yeah, that's how inflation works in our country. Okay, so a big group of ghosts... What is with my nose tonight? Big group of ghosts have appeared. They will run away if they are hit by a flash of light that is the same color as them. The flash can only reach ghosts in front row, but the ghosts behind come forward to fill in the gaps. Each color has a flash, as a limited number of uses. Eliminate all the ghosts. Okay. Let's see. So we got 3 red charges. So I'll probably end up needing to use the green last. Which means I gotta use the blue and the red before that. Use the red first. It takes care of those. And then the blue. I can use the blue one more time, so I have to use the green at least one more time. So red. Green. The blue. That takes care of all the blue ones. The red ones, and yep. Pretty easy.
This should do it, I think. Puzzles
A
are
lot of
made
these
for
puzzles, if you
solving.
work them backwards, you can kind of solve. They're pretty easy to solve. A most mysterious performance, ma'am. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to disappear from existence. What on earth did he show up for like that? What's that on the floor over there, Ernest? Pick it up, would you? Yes, miss. Are you sure it's not dangerous or cursed? It's a balloon, I think. So it is, a deflated balloon. Do you think that the ghost we saw before could have been? Certainly on a dark night, balloons bobbing around in the air could look rather like ghosts. Are you suggesting that ghosts in the garden were nothing more than a bunch of balloons? I feel this mystery starting to unravel. Let's see what we can find out about this wraith at the window next. There are so many windows visible from here. I wonder which one the ghostly figure appeared at. Okay, so that's the first mystery solved right there. Ghost in the garden. Ghosts that are apparently balloons. But yeah, but here's what's weird. The butler saw the terrifying sight one night and even overheard them talking. So there might be more to it. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, I see what they're talking about now. Did you see that, Emiliana? A ghostly figure just appeared. There's no need to sound quite so happy about it, Katrielle. Well, it's not every day you see a ghost, is it? We're very lucky. I'd rather win the lottery, personally. Oh, here we go again. Good evening, ma'am. Another sighting, I believe. Wooster, oh, you startled me again. That apparition just observed is none other than the most aptly named wraith in the window. The form and silhouette, at least, It is quite removed from the ordinary mortal, indeed, as in this puzzle. Another puzzle. Yeah, I'd rather do these puzzles. The puzzles are fun. Silly silhouette. Oh, you're a silly silhouette. There's a silhouette of something behind the curtain. It's made up of 3 statues, but which ones? Look at the 5 statues and select which 3 are the ones hiding behind the curtain. The statues cannot be taken apart and must be used in their entirety. None of them have anything extra on their... Okay, so... Okay, so let's see. It's made up of 3 statues. Okay, so C and E are definitely one of them. So they have to have the 2 horns on the head, the 2 hands on the sides, and the 1 little weird nub leg on the right. And they have to have a little flame thing on top of their head. Okay, Vorplay says D is one of them. Okay, A has to be one of them also, in order to get the horns to work. And I guess one of these statues can be stacked upside down because of the way they're formed. Yeah, so maybe A and D. Yeah, D's upside down. A's facing the other way. D's upside down. A's facing the other way. Or D is upside down and turned facing the other way. And then C, because we need one with the top thing on their head. Could be A, C, and D. Let me make sure about this. So let's see. D turned upside down and facing the other way. No, that wouldn't work. C's gotta be facing directly forward because of the thing on its head. So let's see. D will be turned upside down and facing forward. No, D would have to be turned around and facing backwards. So maybe A's not it. No, it has to be. Dang. D has to be turned upside down. I know that much. C... I'm going to say A, C, and D. Just because there's no way... Because in order to get that little horn right here, we have to turn one of these 2 upside down. D's the only one that can do that. Yeah, I'm going to say A, C, and D on this one.
Collate the data, and the answer will drop out.
Yeah, okay.
Puzzles are really very simple when you know the proper methods.
Yeah, C. So yeah, 2 of the statues were facing the other way. C was the only one facing forward. That's kind of a fun puzzle. Alright. Any puzzle can be solved with the application of logic. A stirring performance, Miss Perfetti, most exceptional. Now, if you will excuse me. Opacity. Why does he keep appearing and then disappearing like that again? Isn't that, Yeah, let's get back to the ghost in the window. Look at this, Emiliana. Wouldn't you expect something like this to be hidden in the bushes, would you? A projector? Yes, any image projected from here would look enormous on the wall. So the wraith in the window is just a piece of cinematic trickery. Well, first the so-called ghost in the garden, now the wraith in the window. Both of them are set up by someone. Which means that the remaining 4 tales of supernatural phenomena may well turn out to be fake too. Let's head into the living room and carry on an investigation there. Okay, so the wraith in the window was, I'm guessing, just a shadow. It was just created by a projector. Observe supernatural phenomena. Huge shadowy figure at the white residence window, then suddenly vanished. Yeah, that was the projector. Alright. Here we are, back inside then, miss. So on to the investigating the next of the 6 mysterious happenings. This is where that possessed puppet is supposed to have been, isn't it? Yes, the one that moved on its own on its own accord and then cackled loudly. Puh, and it's in here somewhere as we speak, probably. So you know, I can actually feel someone's eyes boring into me. Oh, here we go again. Good evening again. I trust your investigations are progressing favorably. Gosh, I say, you rather startled me, Rooster. Drink real quick. I've been talking for an hour straight. You have a habit of appearing when we least expect you, Rooster. Indeed, ma'am. I endeavor to be present at all times. You yet never conspicuously so. It is a butler's duty. It strikes me that butlers are not unlike ghosts, appearing out of nowhere and disappearing again into thin air. Careful, miss. He might hear you. I wish you luck with your investigations, ma'am. Goodbye. Alright then, let's see what we can find out about the possessed puppet. Where is it, though? I'm guessing these. Oh boy. Yeah. It moved. The puppet here moved, even though I didn't lay a paw on it. It's alive. Isn't it sweet? What a lovely face. What a lovely stitched mouth and button eyes you have. God. Reminds me of Coraline. Have a care, sir. Alright, I was expecting it this time. He's losing his edge. I remember Miss White as a young child doting on that very puppet when it was still ordinary. She would play with it rather like these finger puppets. In fact, oh god, more puzzles. Have I ever been overseas? I haven't traveled out of the United States too much. I've traveled to like Mexico, and that was kind of on a cruise ship. So that's really the only overseas traveling I've done. It wasn't really overseas as much as it was over the Gulf of Mexico. This is a puppet show with finger puppets on 2 hands. You need to move the finger puppet so that there is a blue one on each thumb and a red one on each little finger. A finger puppet can only move to an empty slot, an empty space on the other hand, and you are not allowed to have the same color puppets next to each other on one hand. Okay. Okay, so blue one on each thumb and red one on each little finger. Okay. Not sure how this works. Okay, I see. Got it, okay. Let's just move that out of the way. Dang it. Yeah, every time I hit the B button, it goes backwards. Gotta be careful. Move this out of the way. Dang it. Alright, I gotta move this one out of the way. Okay. That one goes here. Okay. Just gotta move that for a second. Can't do that. I know that I can do this like way less moves. I just don't. God, don't hit B. Every time I hit B, like it does the whole error thing. There we go.
So, in conclusion,
Still
no patch on Miss Layton, of course.
I guess that's good for safety, for like, you know, people who play it safe. But I mean, if you ever do get the opportunity, do travel. You will understand so much more about people, though. Everyone's different, and I'm not gonna say that kind of a person's location where they grow up kind of defines who they are, but it does help shape their personality. I see Lady Layton is blessed with not only with exceptional puzzle-solving abilities, but also an exceptional puzzle-solving assistant. Thank you, Wooster. I do my utmost to be worthy of a member of the Layton Detective Agency. My dog just woke up. In fact, miss, I think I may have discovered something important. Yes, Ernest, what is it? Look here, there's some sort of device inside this puff. Oh, great, the doll's mechanical. So there is. You sniffed out that pretty quickly, Pinstripes. I was thinking to myself that the puppet's movements looked rather mechanical somehow, you see. Yes, that would explain how the puppet was able to move without anybody touching it. So this is just a wind-up doll, basically. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, sorry about that. So, this is just a wind-up doll. I really don't see what all the fuss is about here. Why are people so scared of these obvious childish pranks? Says the woman who was cowering behind a chair until a few moments ago. What is the matter with your dog, Katrielle? Why does she always bark at me like that? Yes, well, there are only 3 of the 6 White House horror stories left now. Next it was, the sealed cellar, miss. We'll have to find the way down there. You know, with it being sealed and all. A cellar, sir. I have been in service here at the White Residence for a considerable number of years, but not once have I heard mention of a cellar, sir. Nor have I've seen evidence of one. Didn't think the old terror eyes would let us down there. Looks like we'll have to sniff out the entrance ourselves. I don't imagine it would be easy to find, after all. It's called the sealed cellar. So this is going to be fun. Come along, let's start looking. Okay, so 3 mysteries down. The possessed puppet was actually a wind-up toy. Yep. Okay, so a lot of this stuff seems to be like, you know, projectors, all kinds of Scooby-Doo stuff. What's this? Wooster, is this fireplace not in use? Indeed, ma'am. Miss White tells me she is most comfortable when there is something of a chill in the air. I see. An unused fireplace? That's the perfect place for hidden secrets, I'd say. So would I. I just hadn't voiced it yet. Stop stealing my thunder. Oh, really? You were thinking the same thing, Emiliana? Naturally, being a residence of some considerable size, there are 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 rooms that remain unoccupied. 3 or 4? I don't even have a kennel. The late Mr. White once posed a most interesting conundrum about an unopened room, in fact. Okay, so the unopened room, let's see. There is a closed room that no one ever enters. However, 1 year has passed and it seems something in the room has changed. What is it? Okay, so been 1 year, something in the room has changed. Closed room that no one ever enters. 1 year has passed and it seems something in the room has changed. What is it? I guess the timer, maybe? If they looked in the room, let me keep looking. Maybe the water. I mean, the water would be stagnant water, so... I'm gonna say the sand timer on this one, just because it probably finished dropping all the way to the bottom over the course of a year. I might be wrong about
This
that.
should do it, I think.
Nope, okay.
What's the matter with me today?
So it wasn't the sand timer. Let's see. There's a closed room that no one ever enters. 1 year has passed, and it seems that something in the room has changed. Something in the room has changed. Let's see, piano, metronome, the hat, pictures on the wall. There was like a clock in here. I thought maybe it could be the clock. Clock changing, time changing. I'm gonna say the water. I think there might have something to do. Like the water might have something to do with it. I guess the water maybe went bad over time, or it just went stale.
This is an interesting one.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
And that's how it's done.
Yeah, just the thing. The thing that hasn't changed. That was the water jug at the back of the room. 1 year on, and the water inside has evaporated. Oh, okay. Maybe, I guess over a year it would evaporate. I guess that depends really if the room was left chilled or not. If they left like air conditioning on, maybe it probably wouldn't have evaporated. Begs the question. It could evaporate, I guess. Begs the question on who could have put the water in the room that no one entered in the first place. You acquired the recipe for Tom Yum. Okay, cool. Most extraordinary performance. That is somewhat taxing puzzle. Well, every puzzle has a solution, Wooster, just as every mystery has an explanation. Look at the fireplace. The passageway is opened, leading underground. What? How did that happen? Indeed, ma'am. Most surprising. Well, that looks like our way into the sealed cellar. Let's see what's down there. Would a lantern perhaps be of assistance, ma'am? I carry it with me when I am patrolling the grounds at night. You don't have a flashlight. Shall we then, Emiliana? Sorry, go down there, you mean? Of course, we can't investigate the cellar from here, can we? If you're scared, you can wait here, with Wooster. Just the two of you. Let me through. There could be clues down there that a wannabe detective like you would miss. Well, we we wouldn't want that, would we? If you go then. Stop pushing me, Katrielle. So, let's see. The fifth one is the sealed cellar. Actually, is just the fireplace that it's never used. Okay, so, I mean, we've solved most of it. It's all just like someone doing something to make people think there are ghosts. I guess this will kind of be the breaking point here. Oh yeah, this already got creepy written all over it. This must be the hidden cellar. It's dark and damp and awfully cramped down here, isn't it? It's like we're exploring an ancient ruin or something. What fun! When you put it like that, miss, it does seem rather fun, doesn't it? Puppy love, what's it doing to you, Pinstripes? Still, this is no time for games, is it? We must make it through the investigation of this cellar. What is with these bottles? Like, put them on a shelf. Don't tie them up like they're... Oh, secret puzzle. Now, here's a suspicious-looking box. What did you say? Wonder what's inside. No, don't open it. Something hideous could be inside. Oops, I seem to have opened it already. Katrielle. Sorry, just looked too fascinating to ignore. And anyway, there's no cause for alarm. It's only a puzzle inside. Alright, so this is puzzle number 65. Fit for a king. You visit the castle to show the king the 5 treasure chests you've collected on your adventures. However, castle regulations state that each visitor may carry only 1 item of luggage. You are here with 1 companion, and you are a 3-minute walk from where the king is located. How many minutes will it take to show the king all of the treasure chests? 1 chest counts as 1 item of luggage. Okay. I mean, maybe the guards could help us. I don't know. Alright, so you visit the king. So let's see. Castle regulations state that each visitor can only carry 1 item of luggage. You are here with 1 companion, and you are a 3-minute walk from where the king is located. So you gotta walk here and back. Every time that's... Unless, of course, you and him are walking at 2 different times. I don't know, hold on. You walk to the castle with him, with 2 treasure chests. Going towards the castle, that's 3 minutes right there. Then you come back, grab 2 more treasure chests, that's 6 minutes have passed. You go towards the castle with 2 more treasure chests, that's 9 minutes. Walking back now to grab the last one, that's 12... Sorry, 9... Yeah, we're at 12 minutes now. Grab the last treasure chest, walk towards the king, that's 15 minutes. I'm just thinking there might be a faster way to do this. What if he goes ahead of you, grabs 1 treasure chest, goes ahead of you to show the king, and he comes back and you go forward with another treasure chest, that's 3 minutes, so that's 6 minutes right there. You come back, he goes forward with another treasure chest, that's 3 treasure chests you've shown the king now, and that's 9 minutes. He comes back, you go forward with another treasure chest, that's 12 minutes. And then he comes back, so it's still 15 minutes either way. Unless, of course, you bring the king out to see all 5 treasure chests, in which case that's 3 minutes. Each visitor may carry on... Oh, actually, you'd have to walk towards the king, tell him, hey, get your butt out here, and then he'd say, alright, fine, then you walk out there, so that's 6 minutes total. Okay, I'm gonna say part of me thinks if I give him like the simplified answer, 6 minutes, that might be right. So let me just try that real quick. If not, then it's 15 minutes. 6 minutes, 3 minutes to go get the king, and then 3 minutes to walk back. Yep. Okay.
Puzzles are really very simple when you
so the
know
answer
the
was 6
proper
minutes.
methods.
Got it. Yep. Rather than taking the treasure chest to the king, you need to bring the king to the treasure chest. That's much easier. Fit for a king, okay. That was a fascinating one, Emiliana. The puzzle was perfectly fine, but the way you opened that box when I specifically asked you not to was not. I'm sorry. I just can't help myself. Curiosity would kill me if I didn't look. Okay, I'm getting to the broken mirror. I just kind of want to, look around a little more. Alright, let's look in the mirror. This will be fun. Oh, God! That was horrifying. Yeah, the mirror, the reflection, it's hideous. Alright then, we found it. So it won't be long before. Yes, you're right. Any moment now. One is advised not to approach the mirror, ma'am. Right on cue. Hello, Wooster. I presume this is the morbid mirror. Indeed, ma'am. The discovery of it here in the cellar is unexpected. Nevertheless, this is certainly the mirror in question, reflecting as it does a singularly unpleasant visage. Even as we speak. That is your own face, Booster. Dang. Indeed, ma'am. It is said that the looking glass harbors magical powers. One is reminded of a deeply reflected puzzle. Perhaps you are acquainted with it. Okay, cool. So, another puzzle. I think we're getting all these puzzles. Okay, so here we go. The reflection puzzles. Get your light to shine on the treasure at the bottom of the lake. Beneath the water, like mysterious crystals that reflect light, just like mirrors. If you select one of these crystals, it more than doubles in size and can change the direction in which your light travels. They say something happens if the treasure is illuminated. Okay. So we got double the size of certain crystals. There we go. Alright.
I'll have the answer shortly. Of course, I knew I would be able to solve it.
Pretty cut and dry right there. So when the light reaches the treasure, it's mysteriously floated up to the surface. Looks like it was searching. Okay, whatever. Deep reflections, that's done. Executed most keenly, ma'am. If I may venture to remark, logic is a powerful tool indeed. Couldn't have been simpler. Now, if you will be kind enough to excuse me, I have a prior matter to attend to. Why doesn't it just stay here? Butlering is a busy profession, I see. Never mind that. Look at this. There's a void behind the mirror. Okay, so it was just, yeah. So it wasn't a mirror, it was a window. Ah, a severed head. Save your vocal cords, Emiliana. It's just a mannequin's head. Yes, the head is positioned so that it appears to be an image in the center of the mirror. Oh yes, and in fact, this isn't a mirror at all. It's made of some special reflective glass. You can actually see through it. There's even a lamp behind the mannequin's head to illuminate it, look. Which gives it the illusion of a severed head reflected in the mirror. Alora, the mystery of the morbid mirror is solved. Gosh, that only leaves the one of the White House horror stories remaining. We're murdering this investigation. Wow, great choice of words. Yes, it seems that rather than working separately, joining forces has really paid off. If you think so, I don't. Oh? What I need for a successful investigation is information, not collaboration. Well, you can do both. The only person I can rely on is myself. Other people are a distraction. Ha! Thanks for the pep talk, Emiliana. Talk about thinking you're top dog. Anyway, enough of this. It's clear that the morbid mirror is just another trick. Somebody around here is setting up these so-called supernatural phenomena. Huh? Is everything alright, Miss Layton? I just had a strong sense that somebody's watching us. The last of the 6 horrors, you mean? The searching soul. I couldn't say, but I think it would be a good idea to return to the living room. Okay, so that's the 5th mystery right there. The morbid mirror was actually just a window. So yeah, everything's set up all kind of like Scooby-Doo wise. Just not really ghosts, just people, I don't know, trying to make you think that there's ghosts here. Ha, what a silly little trick. There's nothing remotely frightening about this. It's when you're not expecting it that scares you, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, I just like turning it on and off. What do I think about the flat earthers? Get a life. How about this? Why don't you take a plane ride anywhere and see if you still believe that the earth is flat? Honestly, just travel. Go anywhere. Do anything. Look at... There's so much evidence to show that the earth is not flat. That it's impossible for the world to be flat. I mean, if the world is flat, then every law of physical logic is wrong. That's strange, no Wooster, but he was just in here, wasn't he? Look, it's a ghost. Okay, wow. That is the cheesiest looking ghost I've ever seen. Woo! Woo! Where did it go? It just vanished. No, it went down the corridor over there. Oh, listen. I can hear footsteps. It's something climbing the stairs or something. Come along, everyone. After it. Oh, it's going to Liza's room. Yeah. Are you alright, Liza? Goodness me, whatever is the matter? You all look as white as sheets. Where's the ghost? We were hot on its heels. Doesn't appear to be in here, though. It must have vanished. You didn't see anything then, Liza? Alright, where is it? Where's the sheet? She knows something. Oh dear, you haven't been plagued by a terrifying ghost, have you? Well, we saw a ghostly white figure, certainly. Oh my goodness, the house really is cursed. You didn't see anything yourself, Liza? No, nothing. I've just been here in this room, though. Well, this is where the ghost was heading, and there are no other rooms it could have disappeared into. Are you trying to suggest, Katrielle, that it is passed through a solid wall? Well, ghosts are I can never pronounce that word right. Ephemeral things. It could have simply disappeared, just like they appear out of nowhere sometimes too. Liza, do you have any idea why ghosts might be appearing in your home? No idea whatsoever. Although I feel like I do understand how a ghost must feel sometimes. Whatever do you mean by that? All alone in the dark, the poor ghost must be very lonely, I imagine. I think they wander around looking for company, really, just like in this puzzle. Plays watches a guy who debunks them. I can't watch him half the time because I lose too many brain cells. Alright, so let's see. Black and white conundrum. The black ghost traveling along the white paths and the white ghost traveling along the black paths. They've been split up from their friends in the black and white maze. Use the 5 panels, connect the maze paths so that the white ghosts are reunited with each other and the black ghosts are reunited with each other too. Okay. Pick and hold A to place the panels. Can they be rotated though? No? Okay. Just gonna try and error this. That would box it in. So let's see. gotta be careful, like anything that doesn't connect. That looks like it connects, yeah. Nope. That connects there, so that would... see, black connects there, goes around there, then connects the white dot. The black one goes around there, down here, that connects there. Okay. That should be right.
This should do it, I think.
Yep.
Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
Alright, puzzle solved. You did it! Now the black and white ghosts are all maze again. I had to resist making a joke, like, white ghosts all be like... black ghosts be like this, white ghosts be like, oh, is it okay if I haunt you? I'm a white ghost, I'm trying to haunt you. It's my first day, sorry if it's too inconvenient. White ghosts be like... people are so scared of ghosts, aren't they? But even ghosts can have friends. Unlike me, all alone in this ridiculous large house. Liza. Oh, here we go. I suppose the ghost we just saw was the so-called searching soul. Yes, and I didn't see any signs of trickery this time, unlike the other 5 apparently supernatural phenomena. So perhaps, golly, it was a real ghost. Of course it isn't. Of course it wasn't. It must have been a trick of some kind. A searching soul roaming around looking for company. I think that's the last part of the case. At least there are people. At least there are not the people who think Australia isn't. Wait, what? They think Australia isn't real? They think an entire continent isn't real. This is news to me. I'm not even gonna speculate on this one. Like, what do they? I'm not gonna try to think what they think because this is ridiculous. Okay, if you haven't solved this case right now, you must think the Earth is flat. Now, I've uncovered the truth. The mystery is history. Interesting. I've just completed my own profiling assessment and reached a conclusion too. Well then, it looks like it's time to reveal the truth about the White House horrors, and then the ghost that roam its corridors. It seems we both arrived at the truth at the same time. How disappointing. Let's go and tell Liza, shall we? I mean, we've only met so many people here, so... Liza, we've managed to ascertain the truth about the strange happenings here. You have? Goodness, that's a surprise, I must say. Nobody else managed to. Oh no, I am happy. Please, do tell me everything you've learnt. Turns out the ghosts here weren't hauntings at the house after all. They were people in masks. What they've been haunting is your heart. Okay, cool. We get some anime scenes.
I've deduced the identity of your ghost. It's Miss Seeker. First name, Attention. No, that's not right. Let me rephrase. Not Miss Attention Seeker, but Queen Attention Seeker the 13th. Liza, you used your wonderful craft skills to make ghosts yourself, didn't you? You deliberately engineered all this fuss, setting the people who came to investigate an impossible puzzle to solve.
Really?
Liza, you've been lonely, haven't you?
Mystery solved. It was one lonely
I'm so sorry.
One lonely girl.
I just needed company. I needed someone to talk to. Anyone. I just couldn't bear it any longer.
Well, you can always call on me, Liza. I'll be happy to chat with you anytime you like.
Oh, Katrielle. You're too kind.
And don't worry, I'll give you my very best consultation rate.
You going to charge her?
Yeah, that was a pretty easy case.
You realise Liza hasn't been over for a chinwag, even once.
I know, right? Just leave the house more often.
You think she's dressing up as ghosts again?
No pause for alarm, Shirl. Liza has plenty of new friends now. Ghost hunters have flocked to the house. She's even set up a club for people interested in that sort of thing. It's called the Supernaturalists.
Really?
It is.
Perhaps they'd be interested in a supernatural talking dog, huh?
Hey, I'd wear clothes if I could. Anyway, I'm pleased for Liza. At least she doesn't have to be a lone wolf anymore.
Yes.
More dog jokes.
Although she may be overcompensating. They seem to have ghost parties at the house every single day now. She sent this photograph. Look.
I say.
Shocking.
What's the photograph? Oh god. Ghost parties! Like actual parties for ghosts. She was a ghost of her true potential for so long, just waiting in the big lonely house for somebody to notice her, to be her friend. Now she has dozens of friends and she can finally start enjoying her life. Not an easy case, yet safe so far. Okay. Well, we have a little bit of time left in the stream, so I guess we can get started on another case. Just to get things going. Something's been stolen from a brand new vault at Layman's Reserve Bank. Can Cat get it back? Yeah, let's do this. Case 6, an unexpected windfall. Is this definitely the place Inspector Hastings asked us to meet, Ernest? Yes, miss, in front of Layman's Reserve Bank, he said. Well, it doesn't appear to be open yet. I wonder what the inspector wants. Maybe it's some problem at the bank. I don't trust banks, apart from Barclays. It's all in the name. Well, he didn't mention anything like that. He just telephoned the agency and asked us to meet him here. That was all. He's always doing this. The man never gets to the point. Well, anyway, it's a pretty impressive building, isn't it? Yes, it's amazing to think that just 10 years ago no one had even heard of Layman's Reserve Bank. Well, this building doesn't look new. I expect the bank bought it from somebody else, that's why. It's very important for a bank to portray the right image, you see, Shell. In its name, its logo, and its office buildings. Barclays Barclays just has a kennel as its logo. I like it. Oh, there's Inspector Hastings now, coming out from inside the bank. Yes, and he looks troubled. I smell a case in the making. I wonder what it's going to be. Oh, there you are, Cat. Thanks for coming. Good work, Inspector. Good morning, Inspector. You have a new case for me, I take it? Spot on. In fact, you were asked for personally. You mean somebody else asked for me to investigate, not you? Spot on again. The little agency is getting quite a name for itself. I said I'd get in touch with you on the gentleman's behalf. Why are my eyes bothering me right now? I felt quite pleased with myself as it happens. Well, I'm glad the agency is becoming more widely known, but I'm not sure what that has to do with you, Inspector. Well, I'm the one who cottoned on to your great puzzle-solving abilities, aren't I? Takes a keen eye to spot a good investigator, Cat. He knows how to blow his own trumpet, explains the big nose. Well, it's jolly good news that the agency is getting the recognition it deserves, don't you think? It's a tribute to your wonderful detective skills, Miss Layton. Blimey, listen to that to me gassing. Come on, we better go in. Gentleman in question has specifically requested as we keep this investigation hush-hush. Mum's the word, alright? Yes, Mum. Well, let's go inside if we can find out what this is all about, then. Yeah, we'll just get to the point of the case, alright? Jeez, even CSI doesn't waste this much time getting to the point of their case. Is it a private joke or something you care to share? Ah, you scared me. Anyway, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried, but I'm sort of curious. Oh, good. Here's a puzzle. Ah, Mr. Tor. I didn't know you banked here. Oh, hello, Miss Lane. I don't know where I'm at, to be honest. Mav set me this puzzle and I just can't solve it. Really, Mr. Rector set puzzles? Sometimes, yes. You couldn't help me solve it, could you? Here, let me show it to you. Yeah, I know, right? He doesn't have. He can't pronounce G. Inspector Hastings can't pronounce his G's. His H's and G's, yep. There's the wall with the 12 sections that need to be painted, and just like the ones in the picture, red around... Okay, so let's see. 12 sections that need to be painted, just like the one in the picture. Red around the outside edge on the left, blue around the outside edge on the right, and purple in the center. A pot of paint for one section costs $10. I'm just going to say dollars for this one. Red, $10 for red, $10 for blue, and $30 for purple. How much paint is this going to cost? Try to figure out the minimum possible price. You could just mix the red and the blue and make purple. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Alright, so let's see. Twelve sections that need to be painted just like the one in the picture. Right around the outside. A pot of paint for one section costs $10. So let's see. We've got 5 squares. That's 50. For 5 pots of red. 5 squares of blue. So that's 5 blue, 5 red, 5 blue. So that's 100 right there. So we're not going to buy the purple because that's stupid. We can just buy the red and the blue and mix them. So that's 2 more. Yeah, if you mix 2 of these pots, you get 2 pots of purple. So that would be 20, so it would be 120. The only way this one would stump you is if you don't know if you don't know that red and blue makes purple.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
I don't know why they charge so much for purple. It's like maybe we can stump the stupid people who don't know how to mix colors. Yeah, that's how it's done. Is that to help, Mr. Tor? Brilliant, you made it look so easy. I suppose your detectives are primed for puzzle solving. I'll bear you in mind next time I'm stuck. This guy sometimes has a puzzle. Other than that, he's just kind of annoying to talk to. Talk to him. Okay, we're going inside. Gosh, it feels deserted in here without any customers, doesn't it? Well, that's the meaning of the word deserted. Oh, there's a woman over there, though. Look. Yeah, she's not a customer. She's the general manager of the bank. General manager? She's very important, then. You said it, Sunshine. The Layman's Reserve Bank has branches all over the country. Each one as a branch manager, and that lady there is the manager of all those managers. The gentleman who asked for this investigation said she'd fill us all in on all those details. All right then, let's get filled in. Oh, she looks happy she looks ecstatic to be here. Hello, I understand that you're the general manager of the bank. That's right, love. And who are you coming in here with your dirty dog? We're not open to the public yet. I'm sorry. Gosh, have we done something to offend? No, sorry, madam. She's not a member of the public. This is the detective who will be investigating the case for you. Detective? This little girl? Are you sure she's up to the task? This is a very complicated case, you know. I do understand, madam, but I assure you Miss Layton's ear is highly accomplished in the field. Well, let's hope so, because I demanded perfection. Any slip-ups, and I'll have to ask you to drop it. Please rest assured, I'll solve the case for you perfectly. Of course, I'll need you to give me as many details as you can first. Would that be alright? Yes, I suppose so, Miss Layton, wasn't it? Yes, Katrielle Layton of the Layton Detective Agency, and my assistant here is Ennis Greaves. Hello, I'm Bianca Teller. Are you, as you already know, Miss Layton, I'm the general manager of the Layman's Reserve Bank. Oh, please call me Katrielle. No, I'd rather not. First names can be a source of confusion. Using people's full names is the perfect solution. This husk is a real barrel of laughs, isn't she? Well then, perhaps you could explain exactly what the problem is. It's a sensitive matter to be treated with complete discretion. Just tell us what the thing is. Just tell us what you want us here. Fine, bye. Going. I'm leaving now because you won't talk to me. Your secrets are safe with me. As safe as this bank's vault. Are you being sarcastic? No, I wasn't meaning to be. Is there some problem with the bank's vault then? Yes, I pride myself on my perfect security measures here, but we've been the victims of grand larceny. I say, someone robbed the bank. How much was taken? 100 million sterlings in notes. Oh, wow, dang. I see, 100 million. Dang. 100 million. $100 million. How come in American English words change from British English to, I don't know. Okay, so this is case 6, an unexpected windfall. We probably won't, yeah, we're not going to have enough time to complete it, but we will at least get started on it for next time. Did she just say one? Yeah, we just established that. I don't think I couldn't have heard that correctly. How much is 100 million? A million times 100. How many bags of dog biscuits would that buy? That would buy you all the dog biscuit manufacturers in the world, Shell. Really? I don't think I could eat all of them. Are you talking to your dog? Do you realize the gravity of this case, don't you? You could undermine the whole bank. Trust me to get lumbered with a detective who talks to dogs. I asked her especially, Bianca. Oh, Mr. Sloanes, I wasn't expecting you, sir. Weren't you? It's my bank that's been robbed, isn't it? Don't want the boss breathing down your neck, is that it? No, of course not, sir. Well, you clearly aren't taking with my choice of detective. That's for certain. Oh, no, sir. I'm sure you've chosen perfectly. I'll cooperate with Miss Layton in any way I can. Glad to hear it, lass, because she'll be handling the investigation alongside the good gentleman from Scotland Yard. Oh, yes, of course, sir. I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it. Yeah, the constantly cocked eyebrow shows how serious you take things. Were his boots that shiny when he walked in here, or has someone been licking them? Well, at least it means she'll stop treating Miss Layton like a schoolgirl. If you'll excuse me then, Miss Layton, now that Mr. Sloanes is here, I must be getting on. Oh, sorry. I hope we haven't kept you. It's just that branch manager had to be It's just that the branch manager had to be taken into hospital, you see. Gosh, people sustained injuries in this incident. Oh, the doctors say it's not too serious, but he hasn't regained consciousness yet. So I'm having to fill in for him at the moment. I see. You're obviously very busy. Excuse me then, sir. I'll get on. So we haven't been properly introduced yet, have we? I'm Grant Sloanes. Grant's Loans, okay. Officer of this bank. I have very few businesses, actually. This is just one of them. It were Madame Dublé who told me about you. So when I spoke to Inspector Hastings, I made sure he understood I wanted you on this case. Oh, well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Sloanes. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. He certainly looks the part, doesn't he? He's a giant, and he really packs a punch. He'll punch you if he hears you, Pinstripes. What's that, lad? Oh, no, I mean nothing. I believe I've seen you before, Mr. Sloanes, at the premiere of No Sub for Love, wasn't it? At the Savoy? Oh yes, that's right. You solved that one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Does that mean you're the one so-called the Seven Dragons? Haha, well, it's not a title I've chosen for myself, but yes, people do call me that. Anyway, enough chat, let's get down to business. Yes, of course, Miss Teller informs us that you've had a break-in. That's an understatement. 100 million quid's hardly a break-in. Anyway, break-in, burglary, grant larceny, whatever you call it, it needs sorting and fast. And so first things first, let's show our young detective here the vault where the money was, Inspector. Right, so you are, Mr. Sloanes. I've got lads from the yard investigating down there. It's in the basement, of course. I'll explain more once we're down there. Anyway, how rich is he? Well, he's not rich anymore because he just lost 100 million. Good lord, that is like unfathomable amount of money. Just ridiculous money. Like money, like I'll never in my life probably accumulate $100 million. And that's just constantly working and never spending it. I would still never accumulate that kind of money. let's solve this puzzle real quick. In this picture, a square is colored in with is colored in if it has lines drawn around it. Can you make it so that the 4 or more squares are colored in? In this picture, a square is colored in if it has lines around it, drawn around it. Can you make it so that the... Okay. Got it. Okay. If you select a pencil, the pencil will disappear in the line. Okay, so I can't draw over the same line twice. Okay. So that stops there. So it'd probably end like right here or right here. Which means it should probably start... I guess right here. Yeah, we'll start right here, see what happens. Okay, bottom left, yeah, maybe, yeah, we'll start at the bottom left. That makes more sense. Okay, so four or more squares are colored in. Okay, I see what we're doing now. Let's see that one there. Okay, so what? I guess we can only do one square at a time. All right. So then this should be the same thing with this one. Just trying to understand how this works. Okay, that's one right there. That's two. I don't know why that's not one. Dyson sphere. Not sure of that. I'm not sure what that is. Dyson sphere. I got to look that up. Okay, I think I have to redo this. Hold on. 4 more squares are colored in. I feel like I have to like keep going as long as I can. That's 1 square. Okay, I think I have to like maybe come back to that. Start here, maybe just work backwards. Okay, so those pencils come back. Okay, I gotta start over. I'm probably making this like way harder than it has to be. Yeah, that's 4. Okay, there we go.
This puzzle's got some
Yeah,
might.
I had it solved all along. Early on.
They don't call me Sherlock Holmes for nothing.
In fact, I probably could have done more with that. Yeah. That was kind of dumb. Pencil box is done. Okay, that was jolly spiffing, Shell. You've obviously been taking notes from Miss Layton. Well, you know, Pinstripes, I might have lost my memory, but I still haven't lost my mind. Okay, that's kind of the same thing. But yeah, we are at that time, guys, where that is going to wrap things up for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to Tim Plays Game. Stay tuned for more live streams every night, midnight Eastern. Tomorrow night, we got Pokemon Sword and Shield. Wednesday, we got Smash Bros. Ultimate. And then Thursday, we got Fortnite. But until then, this is Tim from Tim Plays Game signing off. And have a good night, guys.